fiction.
That was horrible
But it's all
harmonizing.
good. It's
I
okay.
mean, we're
It's
not
whatever it is.
thinking.
It's already time. It is Thursday. It's time to get ourselves ready to get into a time where we relax for the weekend or get into some partying for the weekend. But right now, at this point, we're going to have girl talk because we know that we have to sit and have chit chats because our girl talk is
Therapy.
Yay!
There's all kinds of therapy. I got it.
Y'all do not understand. I am Michelle.
I'm Erica. I'm sorry. Should have introduced for the new
Exactly.
ones because we're all besties. We're all best friends.
Yes.
So
You should know our name by now, but whatever.
I'm Erica. She's Michelle, and we are your new friends, your new sisters, whatever you want to call us. Long as it's good. But
yes.
Yeah. So we're clear about this. When we say therapy, no, this is not a therapy session. If you have a therapist in your life, by all means, keep going.
Stick with them.
We're saying though, when you get with your girls and you start talking and reminiscing or what, venting,
sharing, and just venting.
It releases
yes.
something all us women need. Kind of makes you just kind of let things go because you're just kind of hanging out with your girls. So when we say therapy, it is a form of therapy because
right.
My favorite therapy is
that's our official disclaimer. We are not doctors by degree, but we are girl talk by design. So
we are professional girl talkers. What? I mean, if you do a girl,
hey girl.
Hey girl.
That's the official girl talk introduction. And you have to have it with a lot of attitude.
Yes, you do. So, but I mean, how was your week this week?
Oh, how was okay.
Else?
Let's see. This week, let's talk about it. So, I know one thing, it's a lot better than it was. I can tell you that. And I can tell you the main reason for that is when you change your mind set about how it's going to go, which is what I've done. So, whatever is occurring occurs. Whatever's going to happen happens. When life's, hey, that's what life been doing. So, hey, change your mindset, go forward. Exactly. Yeah. Exactly.
So check out our podcast episode from last week, When Life is Life, and we did talk about it. And the Inside Out movie with the emotion. So. Yeah, it was a whirlwind. Thank God this week kind of tapered off for me. I did do some retail therapy.
Let's talk about that retail therapy, honey.
Not all, most. There are some that enjoy retail therapy, like moi. And of course, it depends on your budget at the time. It's the first of the month, ladies. We all know what that means. Exactly. So for me, all the splurging, there's no splurging, but I do kind of go, get some things like,
get a little something from time to time. Oh, I do have one question. In those little things that you did get, was there any nail polish included? Sunglasses, perhaps? Maybe.
I told you I'm in Florida. Okay. Okay, so for all of my new besties who are not judgmental, I do have a nail polish fetish. I should say, for lack of better terms, obsession. Somebody, passion, that's a good word.
That's a good word.
I was trying to get them organized because I call myself, I'm not the best organizer. One of us is, one of us is not. But I was trying to get them organized. So I was trying to get them organized. And Michelle was trying to tell me the best way. And so I was showing her the nail polishes that I have accumulated over the years. And I had a shoebox and a half full. A full shoebox. I mean, a full. Don't put the top on it. And half of the other one was half full. So what I did was, in all of my DIY handy skills, I would make a shelf. When you go to the nail salon and you get to select your nail polishes and they're all organized. I did the same thing. However, it wasn't big enough and it wasn't sturdy enough to hang. So I had to rethink it. I still haven't figured it out. But during that time, somebody took time to count my nail
And
polishes. And
I
I told her,
did.
and she did. And I literally thought, okay, it's not that bad. In my mind, it's maybe 30, maybe. Oh, what?
Keep going.
What?
It wasn't 30.
It wasn't how much? Okay, how many was it, Janae?
Thank you. Okay,
To
so let me
tell.
tell my side. Okay, so here's how this goes. So somebody's going to do, an organization. We're going to fix up our space and we're going to put our, nail polishes by color and we're going to, make it all nice and pretty so we have access. So, normals, typically you'll have maybe 20. That's kind of a lot in my mind, but hey, it is what it is. So I'm like, okay, so you pull out this box. And she was like, oh, wait, there's another one. What? Okay, fine, fine. You pull out this box and you find, and you are really handy dandy. So this is Barbara the Builder here. So Barbara the Builder goes and gets, she goes and
What
gets,
early?
whatever. But she goes and gets this little, the DIY. She built a stand of shelves for her polishes. So, the four eyes and me, we see all of this and we start counting. Hmm. We got past 50 and
Why
we
would
were
you?
still going. I was like, oh my God, do you know how many she ended up approximately with?
How
Over a
many?
hundred nail polishes for 10 fingers.
And
Just saying.
toes.
Oh, excuse me. I'm sorry. 10 fingers, 10 toes, so 20 total. So, do you know most of those colors? What family those colors lived in?
No, I
Pink,
ain't never had. Well,
coral,
no, yeah, pink and corals were my
fuchsia,
go-to.
hot
But it's a
pink,
pink on the pink, light pink,
light red.
soft pink, baby
Right,
pink,
right, right. All the pinks, all the
corals,
pinks, all the pinks, all
orange.
the
I
fuchsias,
had
all
other.
the
Well,
fuchsias,
yeah,
all of them.
some were duplicates. Some I didn't realize some of them I had already purchased till I
Y'all
brought
did.
them home.
Y'all caught that right. Some are duplicates. Y'all did catch that. Okay.
Well,
So that was just
when
me.
one gets sticky, then throw it away.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, But okay, I haven't bought any polishes in a while. Wait, okay, I did. Okay, wait, wait,
Yeah.
wait, wait. I
Mm-hmm.
did
Mm-hmm.
wait last month because they were on sale. They were on clearance, and I didn't have. It was a lavender. It was a lavender and a blue, so it wasn't in the pink coral orange family.
Okay. Can y'all help us out here? Can you let us know, is that somewhat odd, strange, or is that normal? What are some of the items that you have strong passions about or strong desires where you have many, many, many? And the people in your life are like, hey, maybe you might want to let some of those go. Let us
Well,
know.
no, wait. It's not that I intentionally go shopping for nail polish. What happens is if I can't find anything, we all have those moments when you're in a store and it's like,
Yeah.
yeah, nothing's jumping out at me. And you just kind of venture into other places. And I
Mm-hmm.
am not a mall person. I used to be. I've gotten older. I could care less about a mall. Certain stores in a mall, yes, but just to walk the mall, no. So certain
Right.
stores I frequent, which are more of the discount designer, whatever I don't know what you call
Mm-hmm.
it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or I don't want to. We're not being sponsored or anything, so I'm not going to call out any
So we're
names.
not dropping names at all.
We're not dropping names, but if you want to, let us know. And yeah,
We will drop your name with the
we'll drop
quickness.
your name. We will do some sort of fashion kind of. This is what it looked like, yes or no.
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
if you don't find anything, and I just feel like I gotta leave with something, I end up leaving with nail polish or sunglasses of some sort. Sometimes
Because
purple.
she's in Florida.
I'm informed. If you don't have some, girl, you better put your sunglasses on. You be walking around here. Okay, shoot. Well,
Okay,
anyway,
fine. Mm-hmm. Right,
anyway,
right, right, right. Okay.
that's just a little, yeah, whatever, a little side. But anyway, little fetishes, but we get older and wiser. I'm trying to scale back, but girl, let's get to the topic at hand.
Yes,
Let's.
speaking of getting older and wiser.
But we still fly.
Right.
We
We still
still
fly though,
feel.
girl.
Yes,
Look,
girl.
girl, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am, yes, ma'am.
Nobody can tell us differently. But so wait
We must
before we
believe
get
it. Mm-hmm.
yeah. But yeah, so the topic at hand this week is you can go and tell them.
Okay, let's talk about this here thing we call weight. Let's talk about how, back in the day, that's our coin phrase, back in the day, how everything was tight and right. And then lives. Fast forward, get 20 years, get
Life.
25, for some 15. Hey, it is what it is.
What
And,
it is.
things change and you start taking looks and, you're like, maybe I can do a little something, something. And all of a sudden it's like, well, I need to do something and I feel like I need to do it now. I need to
Yeah,
do it now.
yeah. There's a wake up call. It's like, yeah, you have to, because you got to think we both never had any weight issues growing up.
Mm-mm.
We will put pictures, you know, we'll put pictures of what we look like, before, like,
Mm-hmm.
teenage years, early 20s kind of thing. So it wasn't something that we struggled with throughout our life. However, as would
Mm-hmm.
you say, life is lifing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's certain things that we didn't realize as younger
Yes.
women,
Younger women. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
that certain things in your body just kind of slow down. For me, it just quit. It just shut down.
Did it quit? But you know what I'm thinking now for real is once you have other priorities, then you put that particular part of you to the side.
That is true.
And I
That is
think
true. Because
that's really what happens is that gets put to the side as you start going through life, doing different things. You start getting
yeah,
to other habits, taking care
yeah,
of families, getting activities for the
absolutely.
kids, focusing on, the husbands if you're the married ones. And these things just fall by the wayside.
Yeah,
And I think
you literally.
that's a problem.
Go ahead, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is one of those things. For me, it was my 30s. I married relatively young. I was 25, and then my first kid came at 27, and then right after that, 29 popped up. But for me, it was the 30s.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I just kind of lost focus, or I'm trying to find a better term. I forgot about me, which a lot
Mm-hmm.
of
You
us
shifted.
women
Yeah.
do. Everything was about, the being a wife, being a mother, having, the career. I also went back to school full time. So I was like in
Mm-hmm.
college. I had two small children. I was married. I had a full time job. So I'm juggling a lot of stuff in my 30s, and that was early in the 30s. So that entire decade was all about family. So
Yep.
in my 40s, I think the first couple of years, I think I a picture of myself that my husband, these men don't never take photos right. But
Right.
and he posted it on social media, and I looked at it, and literally it was like, is that me? Who is
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Papa? Who that woman?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what happened.
Not her fault. I love it.
Because I know it ain't me. Um, and that was my wake up call. But let's go
Mm-hmm.
back. Let's go back to
Yes.
the younger years when we were still fly. We were still able
Yeah.
to do
You
it.
can. Oh, you couldn't tell. Oh, when I tell you, you could not tell us a thing. And I have one picture that is the epitome of all of that, and I'm going to post that one as well because that is like, yes, I
Yeah,
am that girl.
yeah.
So I don't
I
know
will
what y'all
see
talking about.
photos. Yeah, we will
Mm-hmm. I
post.
don't know what y'all thinking.
You can see photos in a few. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but you will see
Oh,
photos.
good.
We'll have these. You just look. This was in our
Mm-hmm.
prime. This is when you're out of your teenage years. You put on. We were both in college. We went to HBCU. Sorry, I'm speaking so fast. HBCU.
And we
Um,
were roommates.
we were roommates. We're roommates. But not that it was a big issue. It was more of the thing where, they say that, what is it, freshman 10, freshman
Yeah, the
20 kind
freshmen.
of thing. Well, I was
Yeah.
already like real thick. That was me. Oh, girl, look.
Oh, you
Anyway,
look
it's so
green and
silly. It's,
green. Yes,
y'all, it's been,
distracted.
yeah. But no, seriously, I literally put on the freshman 10, 20, whatever it was, and it fell, the weight fell right where it's supposed to fall. So
Right, right.
y'all, when I tell you it was the boom, bam, pow kind of thing,
Yes, yes,
yes,
yes. And that
I
led into
just,
those 20s that were like, coming and going, coming and going. But it was all good.
okay. Okay. For those of you, she brought it up, so I'm gonna throw that in. We're gonna talk about
Yes.
this in our another. We'll have another episode of our 20s, and we're gonna talk about Freaknik and that kind of stuff. So it was around
Mm-hmm.
that era. But when she said coming and going, okay, you might listen. It's a podcast. You don't know.
Right.
Sorry for hitting the pen or the pencil. You can hear that noise. But when she says coming and going, she was very blessed.
Coming as you
Coming
approach
as you're
us.
approaching her, she
As you
was
approach
so
us. Yes.
literally you would have, let's just say you're walking or whatever, and the guys or whatever, of course they're checking you out. You're in the 20s. 20-year-olds always they checking out old women. They checking out women.
Right. It doesn't even matter. It doesn't even matter.
It
Yeah, yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
matter.
yeah.
Their hormones are, you couldn't tell, whatever. So she would catch them, coming, because it was like, again, she had that boom, boom, bam. We both had the boom, bam.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have, no, I take that back. She had the boom, bam. I had the bam, pow. So if you don't
You had the
know,
bam
the
pow. Yes, yes.
boom, bam, bam, and then pow. So mine was in the bottom half. It never failed. It
Ever.
never failed.
Ever. It became like
Always,
funny because we knew what was taking place. Yeah, you knew it.
so it was like you would pass the guys, they would speak or whatever. One, we may talk to her, whatever, but or two, pass it. And then it was like they do the whole turnaround and you'll catch the dude jogging back around. Hey, Miss Lady, or I'm sorry, okay, this is the nice one. We're from, got to think, this is the 90s
Yes.
and we're in Atlanta, so shouting, sorry.
Yes. Shouting.
Hey, shouting, hey, yeah, which was, yeah, don't do that. It was bad enough
Not
when
in
you turned it.
2024. Yeah.
Right. It's bad enough
Mm-hmm.
for you to come back. I'm like, really? So my face, but so that's what she means by the coming and going.
Coming and going. Yes. That's the
But
coming and
we'll
going.
share, we'll
Mm-hmm.
share pictures. We were, girl, we look good though.
And we
Um,
still look good.
we
Mm-hmm.
look good. We do. But fast forward now, let's see, I
Mm-hmm.
touched on the 30s. I don't know when did you realize that there was an issue?
Oh, wow. Okay, let me think. Let me see. So 20s, of course, you talked about 20s. We're doing our thing. 30s was getting, going back to school, same thing. So that got put I didn't even think about it. And then once came child.
Hmm.
After that, it was like, wait a minute.
Yep.
But guess what? Now you have child, was still in school. So at some point, it'll be around. You just have to get something that can like hide it or whatever, not thinking about it. And
Right.
then I don't think it was a particular picture. It may have just been like, how if you're just moving around and all of a sudden it's like, whew, I'm tired.
Yeah.
Why am I tired?
It was more of a help. It was like, yeah, you're questioning like, why am I out
It's
of
like
breath?
something
Or
like,
like,
why am I tired? What is going on here? Then it's like, oh, wait,
yeah,
wait a minute. What is
yeah,
really happening? Okay,
yeah,
we can do something about that. We got to figure this
yeah,
thing out.
yeah,
So some of the things, and at those times, we want everything quick, fast, and in a hurry. So I was like, okay, let's see. Now, I'm looking at some of the most popular diets or fads or whatever we had back then. And we had the keto, we had the paleo, we had the detox cleanse with the hot, what was it? The
oh, the
cayenne
shake,
pepper and the lemon and all that.
yeah,
Yes, yes. The cabbage
yeah.
soup diet. What else do y'all know? But what other fads or diets have you tried?
Oh no,
to
girl,
help
I
out.
got one for you. You remember Slim Fast was killing it in the 80s and
Oh
90s.
yes, yes, yes. I
Ginger
forgot about Slim
ale,
Fast.
the Nutrisystem. Remember Marie Osmond and
Mm-hmm.
the whole Nutrisystem? I got it. I got it. I got it.
Uh
I'm gonna
oh.
get you.
Uh oh.
I'm gonna get you.
Uh oh.
This is for us mature women, not
Yes.
okay. If you are older than 40, you will remember this. Dexatrim.
Oh no, we didn't Dexatrim it. Mm-mm.
Wait
Mm-mm.
a
Yes,
minute. Wait
ma'am.
a
I
minute.
remember that
Wait a
one.
minute. Wait a minute. Hold
Yes.
on.
Let's get it.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Well, maybe not. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
The reason, and let me tell you why my mom's gonna kill me. I guess I just told it. At
Oh
one
boy.
point, she was doing it. That's the reason why I know she was taking the Dexatrim, and that was in the 80s. I remember her, trying that for a while. Um, so yeah, there was I did a 3-day diet kind of thing. If you guys know about
Mm-hmm.
that, you're supposed to lose up to 10 pounds in 3 days by eating this very, very limited diet, which was absolutely awful. And of course, it does not last.
Of
Um,
course. Of
of course,
course. Of
it
course.
was torture just doing it because it's like it's all I get to eat. But okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so yeah,
Because
so
at the time
now
you
with
don't think about it. You just think about, I'm going to do this and it's going to be 10 pounds off in 5 hours. And that's what I need. That's what I want. And that's going to be that. You don't
right,
think about in
right.
5 years, you're going to have that 10 plus 10 more.
Yes, that's what we don't.
Mm-hmm.
So we did successfully lose. I believe for me, I believe I lost a total of 82 pounds. This was
Okay, I
in
was under that. Mm-hmm.
2015. Was it 15, 16, or something like that? When did we
Mm-hmm.
do it? 2015,
It was
16,
about
somewhere.
2015, 16. So it was
Yeah,
me probably about 70. It's about
yeah.
70. Mm-hmm.
We lost a lot of weight, but it was on a fat diet too.
It was
Did it
exactly.
work?
It was on a fad diet. It
It
worked.
it works very well, but there is no
Yes,
way you can maintain it without changing the lifestyle. So,
exactly.
but we
And the
we will
thing,
ask
and it
for
was
those.
designed. It wasn't designed to be long term. No, that's the thing that we didn't even think about because we're like, this is what I can do, and if I see, now the thing that gets you is if you see results super fast. Heck yeah, you're gonna stick with it.
You
You're
don't.
gonna hold on to that. What do I need to do? You taking out your pen and your paper, and girl, hey
Girl,
girl, let me
because
tell you about this.
we tag team.
We
Keep in
did.
mind we're in two different states, right? So I called her because I started before you. I found out about it through a friend
Yep.
of a friend, and she had lost some weight and looked amazing from the last time I saw her. So of course I asked her about it, and she told me about it, and I started it. And literally within, I think it was maybe, was it a week? I think it was 2 weeks. I think
Mm-hmm.
3 weeks. I had lost 10 pounds in like the 2 weeks, like maybe a little more than the 10 pounds. And then by the time the month was over, I noticed a difference in my clothes. And I'm like, oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, I might can't, and that's the other problem. Might can't see it in the mirror because I never did. Once you're overweight and you look in the mirror, for me, I always saw that overweight girl or lady.
Mm-hmm.
But once I put on the clothes, it was like, oh, because I remember I was in
Oh.
the store one day and I told you, I'm like, girl, this is so cute. And I was still shopping in the plus size section and I had gotten down to like a medium, like a 12,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
maybe
12,
12,
14.
14,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere around there. And I was still in the, 1X, 2X kind of not even 16, 18s. My highest was a size 22. So that'll tell you where I was. And I dropped down
Mm-hmm.
to like a size 10 to 12, maybe 12, 14. Um, but I remember calling you and I'm like, girl, it's so cute. And I would never try clothes on in the store because I never like,
And I would tell her, I'm like, ma'am, I think you're doing a bit too much right there. You're doing a bit way
yeah,
too much. You need to go down,
yeah. And
honey.
I would get home and it was hanging. And she's like, why would you're so stupid. Why would you, why?
Why are you in that section when you know good and well your pants look like you need to be a rapper? What are you
Yeah,
doing? No, ma'am.
that's again in the I don't know. It's a literally it's a psychological mental
Yep.
thing because it took a long time for me to realize why are you shopping in that section still? You're supposed to be over there. And I was buying clothes and taking them back because, again, in the mirror, I could still saw, nothing's wrong with it.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause, again, hey, it is what it is. Again, the weight loss doesn't last because it's a bad diet. But I still saw that person until I put on the clothes. And then once I put on
Yep.
clothes, I'm like, oh, snap. So,
Yeah. Oh, let me tell y'all something. You could not get us out of the mirror once we. Oh no, a phone in the mirror. Let me tell you how that's gonna go. That's that. You know how y'all know how to do it. You sit there and position the phone so that you can still
yeah,
see everything. Yes, there it is, and then you got to hit that
yeah,
selfie. You know how
yeah.
that goes because we selfied each other down basically almost
We
every
did.
day.
We did. But you know what?
Mm-hmm.
That was our way. We didn't know it of accountability, keeping each other.
Exactly. Mm-hmm.
But we fought the scale. Oh my God, we will fight the scale. And I do mean physically.
When I tell y'all that scale and I, mm-mm,
I
mm-mm,
did. No,
mm-mm.
I came up with the concept, the best 2 out of 3. So I would get on the
Right,
scale 3 times.
right, right,
Just because I
right.
could. I'm not, you can't tell me this is my way. What? There's no way. I had to lose some weight.
Exactly.
It's
Yes,
just
exactly. If that scale was off by ounces or even a pound, oh no, I have to go sit over here for a minute and then I'll come back and do it again because it
right,
just can't be all this work I've been doing for
right.
this week and you telling me that's it? Oh
That's it.
no.
And
Mm-mm.
it's like it needs to be recalibrated. Okay, sit the scale over here. Okay, don't move the scale because if you move the scale, then it may not be level, and you're gonna throw you off.
Right,
It was
right.
such a headache. Instead of looking at a life choice, we're looking at
Yep.
the quick results.
Really, the temporary thrill of seeing it come off, but never considering like five
How we
years,
gonna, yeah,
ten
how are we
years,
gonna
not
keep
even
this up?
1 year. It's just let's just keep going and see what we can see.
Right. So
And we saw.
we saw it.
We did.
Yeah. So if any of you are on, I'm trying to get disciplined again
Mm-hmm.
to do the lifestyle change instead of the fat diet. So I'm just trying to
Right.
mentally get myself together. I'm not there yet. But I have decided, I have been making better choices, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
As far as eating, I have been more active. However, right now I have Achilles
Mm-hmm.
tendonitis. So
Yeah,
that's okay. It's
just a little.
temporary. Yeah, it's temporary. But I'm blaming it on menopause. I don't care, Michelle. I'm saying it. I don't care. So
Well, you
any of
know what?
y'all
You just say it then. You just say it. Say it.
in perimenopause, we gonna talk about that later, another episode too.
Woo! When I say we're gonna have a long talk about that one, we're gonna have a long talk about that one.
We might have to
Yes,
bring
yes.
in somebody to help us out too. We have to bring in a professional somewhere to help us out.
Yep, because we don't talk now for that particular part for women. We do not in the least bit talk about that enough and pay
No,
enough attention and take it
no,
as seriously as we should and how it affects us. And
right.
that part, it does affect your weight, and it seems to be like these fad diets. They seem to come around, come and go, come around, come and go all the time. Because like right now, what do we have out now? Ozempic seems to be the big one.
Ozempic.
Let's talk about Ozempic.
And honestly, Michelle, when I first heard about it, I thought to myself, so this is a weight loss. No, we did the fad thing. Well, I'm not doing that again.
Not doing that.
We don't
Exactly.
know
Exactly. We're
the
not doing
long
that.
term effects. So, but it's very interesting because in my mind, I'm like, we did something very well. We didn't get any shots or anything, but we did the
No.
fat diet. Um,
Mm-hmm.
this one, I'm sorry if you guys are if it's working for you, I'm so happy for you. Keep going. I hope you reach your goals. Um,
Yep.
I'm just not on board with it yet, just because they introduced this, it made its debut in December of 2017. So and
That's
it's
only
for
7 years. Yeah.
7 years, and it's designed for diabetics. So in my mind, if you don't have diabetes and your body's already producing insulin, again, I don't
Mm-hmm.
know how this drug works.
Mm-hmm. Right. Right.
You're adding, I'm assuming, some form of insulin because it's a diabetic, supposed to help,
Mm-hmm.
control diabetes. What is your body going to do with that? You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
It's
Right.
just a
And
simple thought, without
yeah,
going
it's
too
like a
much.
way in because, like you said, it's only been 7 years, so you don't really have any data to go on for long term, any type of
Right,
effects. And then some of the short term effects, they may not seem like big or major, but
right,
it's like this is just another cycle in the whole fad phase. As far as this is something that can work quick, and I
yeah,
haven't seen anywhere where it promises any type of permanent help or effect, because I guess it really can't, but that's just an
right.
assumption. So we just
Well,
take that at face value.
yeah, I haven't seen. I did see a news story, and I don't remember. It was a local news story, and I believe the late. I honestly, I don't remember where she was located, but I want to say, honestly, I don't want to. I don't want to call it out, but there
Mm-hmm,
is
mm-hmm,
a woman who was taking Ozempic. Believe she said in 2021 or 2022, and it
mm-hmm,
worked great. Like she lost so much weight, but the problem she had, it wouldn't stop dropping weight. She went way
mm-hmm,
past her goal to the point where she started having medical issues. As far as, put it
mm-hmm.
this way, I don't know how long ago the video was, and it was on YouTube or something like that.
Right.
But she lost so much weight to where she had gotten down to, I believe she said 80 something pounds.
Wow.
She was so weak, she couldn't walk. She couldn't eat. Everything she ate, it was coming back up. So
Mm-hmm,
now, they were showing her, again, it's the news story. She's actually having nutrients fed through her through intravenously. And
mm-hmm,
she's like, this is, she had a bag of some sort that was, like I said, intravenously feeding her protein. And one was,
mm-hmm,
I believe, like liquids, just because she just could not keep the
mm-hmm.
food down. And so I believe she was just trying to warn people, be careful with the Ozempic.
Right.
So I'm praying that, she's okay. Again, I'm not sure how long the story was, but I believe, she was saying she started taking it in
Mm-hmm.
2021 or 2022. So for
Wow.
me, it was like, okay, you don't really know the long term effects. I mean, so
Right.
you
Right.
take
Right.
this, and is it all for beauty? It's kind of like the Botox, you take Botox for, like, you see all these, you see the
You got the
brown,
little, yeah, 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 those little, and like little these little things, yeah,
yeah,
stuff like
the
that.
little the
Mm-hmm.
crow's feet and everything. But then they found that it helps with migraines.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So you just
They
you
have
just
multiple uses, and some of these things you don't find out until like you have had time to
right.
really check it out. But I think like for to start doing something new and different now, because I think this year is going to be something, do something different, do something new, take it one step at a time, and take small steps, drink more water, be
Yes.
just a hint more active than you were before.
We were killing the water with our
Oh, we're
water.
killing that water.
We were
We're killing
killing
that
like
water.
at least minimum six. What was it? 5, 6 bottles a day.
Mm-hmm. Oh, we were old.
Nothing but water, and it wasn't sipping. It was like we were on a timer. Like for me, it was eight
Yes, we
o'clock,
would
10 o'clock,
drink.
12 o'clock, three
Yes.
o'clock, 5 o'clock.
Yep.
For dinner, I would drink whatever I wanted to, one glass, and I would go
Yep.
back to the water. Now
Back to water. So
we
the
were
water was
killing.
not the problem.
Now I want to
Every
talk
30
seconds.
minutes.
Yo, you said minutes. There were times I would be at work and just sit down. Thank God. Thank goodness the restroom was like right outside the door. And
Yes.
literally it's
Because
like,
the
okay,
moment you had a thought, you
you
better get
better
up and
go.
go.
You better go.
Just saying.
You better
You better
go.
listen. Just see body.
Well, we gonna talk about that in another.
Yes. Whew. That's one of those. Yeah, we got to make a note on that one. Hold on. Let me put that down.
Yeah, we go. Yeah, write that down, girl. We gotta
Yeah.
talk about that.
Yeah, write
But
that down. We're
that
going to
was
have a
the
talk about
worst,
that.
coming out because the guy that introduced me to, yes, it was a guy, it was a man, y'all, introduced me to this fat diet. Was trying to explain with the water, don't sip. You want the
Mm-hmm.
water you want it to flush. So I'm like, okay, don't because I don't care for cold water unless I'm extremely thirsty. If I'm hot,
Mm-hmm.
like sweating, you've been outside, give me the cold water. But other than that, I can't just drink a cold glass of water, cold bottle of water. I have
No,
to have it
I
room temperature,
prefer room temperature. Mm-hmm.
and I could get it down. Well, he didn't tell me. you're gonna be running to the bathroom every 30
No.
seconds. And I'm exaggerating, maybe 30 minutes is right. But by
Yeah,
the
it's
time
probably every
you
30 minutes. Mm-hmm.
yeah, but by the time you get it out and it's like, whew, all right, I don't have to go no more, it's time to drink another bottle.
And it's
So
time to get ready to go again. And one thing I just read, probably in the last week or so, is about drinking water with more minerals, and all that kind of stuff, because the minerals get absorbed. And if you're just drinking the water, it's just like you're not really doing anything unless you have something in there to like go into the body. I'm like, oh, okay, well, all of a
yeah.
sudden now water is not water unless it's water with minerals.
Wait,
Really? Oh, okay.
hold up. Wait a
Growing
minute
up,
now.
I drank water, and that was just enough for me.
Water is not water. What you say? Water is not water.
Unless it's water. See, nowadays, water isn't water. See,
Wait a minute now.
yes,
Let me
to make
write
note,
it
make a
down.
note. Water isn't water unless it's water. See, those who get it, how they say, if you know, you know. I may be the only one that know.
You don't want to.
Whatever, man.
If y'all get what she's saying,
Whatever. Yes,
please put it in the comments because
yes.
you have to, for me, you got to give me a minute. Like, let me get quiet because
Oh, get the calculations together, get the thoughts, y'all can literally see the little cogs turning. Yeah,
it'll
yeah.
lock. It'll lock. You just got to,
Mm-hmm.
let me,
It'll come into play.
yeah.
It'll
But
come.
yeah,
It'll work.
water is very important with weight loss. I do know that.
I think that's the
You know,
number one
the water.
thing beyond any of that is the water and the like roughage or vegetables or whatever. But water, then water is
Water.
number one. Absolutely. These aren't
Yeah.
professional statements. These are just our thoughts.
These are our experience.
Well, yes, that's true. This is our
Now,
experience. This is true.
the water. And then too, the hair is amazing. The skin is amazing. Yeah, I'm just
All of the
saying.
above. All of the above. Oh, and you have what is that? Clavicle. Yes.
Collarbone.
Clavicles.
Oh, let me tell you about the collarbone story. So, okay,
Oh, here she go.
I started the fat diet first, and then I was telling her about it, and she's like, "Well, tell me about it," and I told her about it. So that's how we end up tag teaming. But let me tell you what this chick did.
Oh, here we go.
So I was like, what, a month or two ahead of you? And
Mm-hmm.
somewhere along the way, I need to have a talk with my mama because I'm like, what happened to these jeans? I don't quite understand. But she started a couple of months later, and we were both on a steady pace. Like we were on a steady pace of weight
Mm-hmm.
loss. And
Mm-hmm.
one day she sent a picture, and I'm like, this chick got a collarbone. I'm still waiting for a collarbone.
She did well, if you can replace chick, you know. But
Okay, we explained this in the first, not the first, the third, second, whatever episode. Just go back and look at us, and we
yeah, I think it's
explained.
the first one. Hmm.
Okay, this big. I didn't finish it. I mean,
Yes.
but y'all do with it what you will. Yeah,
Yes.
I did.
Handle it
I
how you
did
want to
call
handle
her. I did. I first thing. Oh no, she ain't
it.
big.
She did, and I'm like,
You got a
hello.
collarbone. And yeah, she did that too. I was like, okay, wait, what's wrong with me? What? By the time I finally saw a collarbone, girl, I was in the mirror doing different pose.
But sitting up, pulling stuff back. Let me see if I can get this here
Trying
collarbone
to
to
find the
color.
collarbone.
Yes.
But that's all
Well,
right. She had the collarbone and I had the hooker boots. Whatever.
what? When I say you could not talk to you, oh no, we can't talk to her. Strut your thing. Strut. A slow strut now.
A
Well,
slow
you still
strut.
gonna strut anyway.
Yeah, that didn't end. I didn't wear them boots no more because somehow I went out
It's
with hubby
okay.
with the hooker boots. I know we veering off, but went out with hubby with the hooker boots were thigh high boots and they
And
laced up.
before, those thigh high boots were not wearable, but when they
Yeah,
became wearable, when I say
yeah.
somebody wore them fiercely, someone wore
I
them
had
fiercely.
the edgy thing. If I find that picture, I'll put it. But I had like no, yeah, I had the moto jacket on, the leather
Mm-hmm.
jacket,
Mm-hmm.
the leggings, and they were
Mm-hmm.
black. high stiletto heel boots kind of thing. And yeah, we went out, had a good time, and we decided it's best that we get to. We're responsible when you get older. It's best to get a room than to drive. So we went to a hotel that was right where we were hanging out.
Absolutely. In keeping with your physical health, also make sure you maintain or get in good with your mental health as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Absolutely. So let's do that
That's
as
why we're
well.
here. Yeah, that's why we're
Yep.
here. We want to make it, listen, God made you who you are, or
Yes.
just,
Yes.
for those who may not see it that way, you are who you are. Embrace it.
You are who you are.
Embrace it. It took how many years? It took almost 50
Right.
years for us to embrace. Listen, I am who I am.
I
I'm
am
just
who I
going to
am.
continue to try to work on making myself better. So let's look at it that way. Let's look at it
Yep.
that way. But if you are taking Ozempic and it's working, good for you. I hope it's everything that you work hard for, everything you
Mm-hmm.
imagine. I've been through. We've done the fad diets. I'm just not going to do it anymore. So
Yeah. It's
good
just
luck.
one of
Good
the in
luck.
the cycle of fad diets. It's just the one that's
Yep,
current right now. So, it'll come, it'll go, and hopefully, if it's working for you, it works for you.
works for you. I hope it's
Mm-hmm.
everything that you, like I said, I hope it's everything you imagine and you become the woman that you want to be. So
Exactly.
on that note, I think because the storm, I mean, how many more warnings are we going to get to get off? You
Right.
know?
Exactly.
On that note, I think we'll end it here. We'll resume next week. What are we talking about next week?
Yeah.
We want to talk
Next
about
week.
we want to handle
Do,
the youth, before we
do we
were
want
when
to
we
do
were
the do we want to do the Freaknik type thing next week? Tune in and see and find out. But I think we'll be
yeah.
talking about that. Our
Yeah, I mean, we
90s and
talked about the
90s,
weight.
2000s, and all the other good stuff.
Yeah,
It'll be a
but
fun time.
yeah, I think we should talk about that. We talked about the weight and where we are now. Now let's talk about when we were women before,
Yes.
young women,
Pre,
kind of younger women.
pre priorities. Yes, pre
Yeah,
priorities.
there you go. Free
Pre
priority. So on
responsibility.
that note,
Yes.
yeah.
Have a
On
good
that note,
evening. Have a
ladies,
good night. Be safe.
evening,
Be kind. Maybe just a little
call
nice.
us. Call us. Let us know if you have any topics you want to discuss. And when I say call,
Yes.
again, you can find us on YouTube,
Email.
Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
Instagram at Sisterhood Connection. Remember, Connection is spelled ConnexION because we try to be a
Yes.
little special.
Of
Reach
course,
out
because
to
that's what
us.
we are.
Yep. Or our email address. Mine is simple. Erica at sisterhoodconnection.com and
I am
Michelle
still
at,
Michelle, Michelle at sisterhoodconnection.com.
there you go. So
And
we'll
good
see you next
night,
time.
everybody.
She's always singing. I'm okay. Goodbye, y'all. Bye. Bye.
We're gonna do that gym. We're gonna get that cauliflower rice and that salmon next week. We're gonna start the keto.